together, good, bad, right, or wrong. And when we all decide to hold on to the higher frequencies so that the lower frequencies cannot have the friction to hold on to, yes, they need friction to hold on to. When it's like trying to grab the air, not there, can't get it, can't hold on. But the minute we charge it with emotion or thinking or energy, then they can hold on to that. Just saying. That's why Bruce Lee would say, be like water, let it flow. Can't hold water in your hand. Okay? So, if you relax, you're right, you can. And that's why we're going to relax. And look at page 341. The choice for completion, to be all-encompassing, right? And that means to be connected into the shareable wave, the alpha and the omega, and being in that state of mind. Paragraph 1. In looking at the special relationship, it is necessary first to realize that it involves a great amount of pain. Okay? Now, that's pretty heavy. Oh, you mean if I care for something and it's special to me, I'm going to suffer? You know, in India, I think they call it samsara, when attachment gives us more pain than gain. And this is what the Course is wanting us to understand, that the minute something becomes special, I don't care what it is. It could be a new car, a new outfit. It could be a relationship. It could be a career move. I don't care what. The minute we imprint that it's special, we just put 3D target on it. It's 3D. Because in the shareable wave, all good is good. You don't look at the ocean and go, oh, look, that wave is unique. Oh, that one's better. Look at that wave, you know, da-da-da. I mean, if you're a surfer, of course, but in generality, when we're looking at waves, the waves all come and go. They're all of the same magnitude. They're made of the same stuff. They've got the same flow. And that's how we are. We're all waves in this infinite, unconditional love. Okay? And it's a source code. It is without form because it's pure consciousness. And this consciousness loves us so much to give us our own individualized consciousness. How about that? You want to know why I love my master teacher? And that's that Christ light? Because we get free will. Now, you might say, yeah, V, but when the free will happens, sometimes, like the Course just said, it's not helpful. It might hurt. You know, I made that special. Now I'm going to get hurt. Well, it's free will. We wanted it. We bought the ticket. So let's learn from it. Okay? So anything we make special, remember, we raise it above the crowd and we put a target on it. What's all-encompassing is that shareable wave. And that shareable wave is a flow. That 528 hertz, it has that frequency and it stays there. And then it doesn't take from itself. It's all-encompassing, okay? That's why special relationships are always going to involve a great amount of pain. Sentence 2, anxiety, despair, guilt, and attack all enter into it, broken into by periods in which they seem to be gone. So have it, we don't have it. When something's special, oh, I have it, it's not there, I don't have it. Okay? And that's how 3D kind of works. Have you noticed this duality? It seesaws up, yay, it's down, oh, boo-hoo. It's 3D. That's just what it does. So whatever form, so all of these must be understood for what they are. They're slices of the pie. Okay? I want a slice of that pie. Well, you've got a slice. Now you do not have a whole pie to serve. It's been disturbed. Instead, it's lost its wholeness. So 4, whatever form they take, they're always an attack on the self to make the other guilty. I have spoken of this before, but there are some aspects of what is really being attempted that the chorus has not touched upon. Paragraph 2. Very simply, the attempt to make guilty is always directed against God. For the ego would have us see him and him alone as guilty, leaving the sonship open to attack and unprotected. So the special love relationship is the ego's chief weapon for keeping us from heaven. And what's heaven? The all-encompassing. All good is good. Only bad has degrees. Okay? We come from that shareable wave. We return to that shareable wave. We came in as a streak of light. We move back into as a streak of light and our light body. Okay? Those 5 senses belong to 3D. The other 5, on the other hand, belong to the metaphysical, and that belongs to 4D and up. But guess what? We have them in 3D. So yes, we can have them in 1D. We can touch water. We can have them in 2D. We can touch seeds and geodes, crystals of into the gold, and in 3D we can watch it move through the earth and go solar. We're in it versus of it. We're all of it, none of it. That's how important it is as a star family, as a soul family. SOL, the sun is a star. SOL, solar. Soul, SOL, SOUL, soul family. We come together because we know there's a brighter, lighter, more loving way to live, to be, to think, to feel. And it is true. You know, Christ talked about the 3 different types of individuals. You know, the earthers that were just ground hunters, lived by 5 senses. And then you have the seekers who are pulling in their 6th sense. They're seeking, they're reading, they're psychic, they're in tune, they know, they feel, but they're still seekers. They can be led by channels that they might not know what they are. And then the 3rd type, the mnemonics. The mnemonics work with what they feel in their gut and in their sacred heart. The above and the below work together. And that means truth resonates. When we hear truth, it resonates within us simultaneously, above and below. And it broadcasts freely through what we know and feel to be real. Paragraph 2. Sentence 2. And that's where the ego would make us think in boxes, in images, in branding, in anything that would compartmentalize so that our consciousness would cement there. 3. The special love relationship is the ego's chief weapon for keeping us from heaven. The special love relationship. But you say to me, yeah, I mean, we're to be committed. I mean, isn't that special? But we can be of love rather than in love. In love's like being insane. You cannot be in it. You're back in the box. Love is blind. It says love is often deaf, dumb, and blind. Even Lady Justice herself was a blind soul. And that's what we call a special love. When we make something special, we become blind to the fact that it separates us from 4 and 5D. Because it's all 3D.
They're not really, they're just voting for him.
Oh, okay. Good, I guess.
Okay, and you know that.
Hey!
So a special love, what was that about? Did they love me? Did they care about me? Did I do something? Did they do something? It's always duality. It's always a seesaw.
Breaking news. There is a turkey shortage going on in America, but have no fear.
That's
I know
conditional
a
love.
cougar.
It's all based on 5 senses. Not conditional love. It's not based on any senses other than respect for the Holy Spirit that occupies the sacred space in our hearts. And And this is why the special love relationship keeps us from heaven, which is 4 and 5D. And it goes on up, of course. 10 senses, 10 levels, 10 mansions of heaven, 10 degrees. Okay, keeping us from heaven. Our second senses, our ability to be free from material vampires, which are not the parasites, the hacks, the emotional hackers.
That is proof
Sense
of him.
it does not appear to be a weapon, but if we consider how we value it and why, then we will realize what it must be. Okay, so the minute you raise that thing that you love high in the air, you put a target on it. Just saying, you put a target on it. And that might be, the fact that, well, I've done this and I did that and I feel special. Well, guess what? You've just put a bullseye on your back, your own back. Because when you're special, you're in degree. You're not in the shareable wave. You're in degrees. Okay? And yes, it's okay to say that this moves me. Like, you don't buy art. You buy the art that moves you, that you're attracted to, that you resonate to. So I use the word I resonate to it versus I'm attached to it
I still have
or
half a
I
packet of
want it.
silver.
I go to 4 and 5D mindfulness with it rather than the mindlessness. Paragraph 3. The special love relationship is the ego's most boasted gift and one which has the most appeal to those unwilling to relinquish guilt.
This is taking too long.
So the dynamics of the ego are clearest here. We're counting on the attraction of this offering. The fantasies that center around it are often quite overt. So here they are usually judged to be acceptable and even natural. No one considers it bizarre to love and hate together. And even those who believe that hate is sin merely feel guilty, but do not correct it. So this is the natural condition of the separation. And those who learn that it is not natural at all seem to be the unnatural ones. For this world is the opposite of heaven, being made to be its opposite, and everything here takes a direction exactly opposite of what is true. You have to remember the first world that God made is the animals and the creature and the land. They're all nonverbal. They're all innately in their cycle. They know what they know. They're connected. We, however, come in with 5 senses. Thinking and feeling and seeing and tasting and touching began to project what we felt is there. Well, it's logical. It's a logical progression. I taste it, I touch it, I see it. It does this. The old saying, if it looks and smells and tastes like it usually is. And see, that's what we gauge this on. But that's only the 5 senses, the one-armed man. The second set of senses, the 5th element.
Wanting her to be accepting to the black culture, I was always at the forefront because I knew when Daddy was away, whether it was work or wasn't around, she was very much in front of white culture. Like she would go to her aunt's house. Oh, what? No! And I mean, her cousins and shit were pasty white. So pasty white. She looks no. But she's black, and I knew for her, the only good thing for her, I feel like outside of my presence, is that my high school is just like 3,000 students. It's like 2,500 students.
Wait, quick question for you, because I do think there's a difference between
Dr. Speed and move into the next dimension. Like
he described his in-laws as being pasty white.
Where the architects of this world live, where if you're going up to the Council of 9, and you're working with the spirit, so everything's all about the energy bodies, and it keeps repeating 3, 6, 9 all the way out. Just it's repetitious, exponentially. ... So, meanwhile, back in 3D, as a soul or family, as a soul family, we get together to osmose each other's mnemonics, because it's innate for us to want to help, to be whole, which means to be sweet. To be sweet is to be complete. That's wholeness. Some people equate it with holiness, but that's not the robes we wear. That's another image to manipulate, to well, it's another false image. It's another ego thing. Instead, the Holy Spirit is that wholeness of neatness and sweetness and completeness, that loving generosity of the oneness of the shareable way, you see. And again, like we discussed earlier, the minute we put a label on it, we conform. And in that conformity, we can sometimes concretize ourselves, as the Course would put it, and create blockages that keeps us from being aware of 4D, 5D, 6D. Now, because Bump in the Night people scream and think it's, a horror movie. Well, I mean, if you read the horoscopes, you might, because it's a horror. Sorry, a little 3D humor. But yeah, and we've got to get because if we're fear, if we fear, we are prey to the invisible entities that move through 3D. When we, P-R-A-Y, stand our ground in that universal love, in that shareable wave, they can't touch that. They can't touch that. That's right. We're talking about electric love. We're talking 528 hertz of pure power. Okay, and we're all nuclear beings.
I got the Lou Fact Show watching me here on YouTube.
Okay, nuclear cell.
Nobody steals Lou Fact's YouTube content but Lou
And
Fact.
we operate on a nuclear energy. We are star linked into that fabric, that lattice of reality. Okay? And so, as a soul family, our goal is to be that guiding light, to be that lamppost, to be that.
It's called comedy. You're not laughing?
Yeah, man of steel.
Get a sense of humor. Get over yourself.
Tolerant.
You're nothing but a YouTube Karen.
Whether or not we are loved.
Delete him. Censor him. Don't let him have a voice.
We are who we are. We do.
We gotta get him off of
You
YouTube.
see, and that's what the Course asks for. That we are able to maintain our sovereignty, our integrity, and not fall into 3D duality. Because when fear sets in, then we become a host. We become a host with the most for the parasites, the energy parasites. Okay.
Ethan, I'm not gonna read what you're writing, Ethan. I don't care what you're writing.
7.
You got obsessive compulsive disorder, Ethan. Let it go.
Love is known.
Nobody cares about you, Ethan. You're just an influencer. You're not a politician like me, Ethan. Get a life. Do something with yourself. Stop commenting on my YouTube channel, Ethan. Leave me alone. I'm gonna tell your parents. I'm gonna report you to your parents.
I love you. And the parents melt. Okay? And we have two kinds of love. We've got the unconditional love and then the conditional love. The conditional love is very 3D. I love you if I love you, but I love you until I can't love you if you do this. I can't love you if you do that. But 4D love.
Stop recording my
That's
rooms.
where we move.
I don't want you. I don't want to be on your YouTube channel. I don't authorize you to be on my to put me on your YouTube channel, John.
Through the material that we receive in everyday life. Like the Course is, it's a required course. Only the time we take is voluntary. Building this bridge is voluntary. When we meet with it, where the rubber meets the road, that's how we build our bridge. That's how we fortify the shareable wave. And we will
I'm reporting you to Clubhouse. And I'm reporting you to YouTube.
It's a new frequency. It's a
Just
new
nobody wants you recording them, John.
Every 24
I'm a
hours,
YouTube
always,
Karen.
we used to pray 3 times. times.
I'm a YouTube
Which,
Karen.
reinforce the bridge 3 times
I'm gonna
a day.
get you banned from
So it's either
YouTube, John.
P-R-A-Y,
I'm gonna get you kicked off of
pray.
YouTube, and then I'll have the last laugh, John. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll finally be complete. When you're kicked off of YouTube, my life will be complete. You can't do that, John. You're breaking the rules.
That's the difference.
You're breaking all the rules, John. I gotta report you.
We have to take care of them, feed them, believe them, nurture
I have to
them,
report you, John. I'm sorry.
sew them up, tend
You
to
can't
them,
record
and turn
people's
them loose again.
conversations in a
There's
public
wildness in them
space.
that they just have to run free. And that's okay. That's who they are. We respect them for who they are. And then as long as we maintain our sovereignty, you see. All right, how are we doing for time? 8:22. So it says that love and conditional love is perceived as separation and exclusion.
Stop
I know you've heard it
recording
when somebody
people,
puts
John.
conditional love, when they say,
I'm
"I love
gonna
you,"
report
that
you
means
to YouTube.
you
Clubhouse.
have to
I'm
everything they do.
gonna
You have to
report
accept everything
you.
they do.
You don't have my permission to record me.
Okay, I know.
She knows.
Rather than it being about a mutual understanding and mutual sovereignty between the two, having a peace of mind. So, paragraph 4. It is in the special relationship born of the hidden wish for special love from God that the ego's hatred triumphs. For the special relationship is the renunciation of the love of God.
Even the
and the
influencer
attempt to
reporting
secure
me is
for the self
to the reporting authorities, and they're
specialness
gonna censor me.
that he denied.
Oh, Ethan.
And you've heard that. Looking for love.
Why are you so
in all the wrong
mean,
places.
Ethan?
Sometimes the right places. But when we're looking outside for love, it simply means that we've got a condition. We're in conflict. We're out of the shareable wave. We're missing it. We're looking for
This
it.
chick doesn't know how to get
and
laid.
It's just to what degree we need to be saturated. Okay?
Saturated with the light.
And that's what the Course is talking about. That it's
The Course in
and the
Miracles.
specialness that we feel denied, that we have to look for it externally, rather than going internally and inspecting those thoughts, unpacking those feelings. I mean, is this a nonverbal attached to me? Is this a spirit? Some people call it a hungry ghost. Some people call it a spirit attachment. Some people call it a energy parasite.
I'm gonna restart the live stream. Come back, hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe and go to